Whoa. He just like swooped up. Where'd he go even?
He was on the compost. Nope, it's on the shelf.
Weird. The migrating birds. Sorry for the allergy sound in my voice. I'm very allergic and I've barely slept. But yeah, they're all migrating. You know, they're just doing their thing. Hundreds of them.
Let me see if I can. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Turtlehead is yours
Yeah.
also, is saying?
Uh-huh.
So I guess this is white turtlehead then.
Cool.
A native plant. I get to put this on my flowers vlog.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the first like new flower I have found at Albany's Rural Cemetery in months.
I found some cool
Jump seed. Man, why did they pick Mower Central Day?
DSLR today.
So
For some self-heal, this stuff is good for you.
yeah. What was this? Slender false foxglove?
False fox, or it's a species of false foxglove.
That's crazy.
Ooh,
2 new flowers in one day.
Whoa.
Oh no. I wish I knew what section this was because I'm writing a field guide here.
Oh, nice. Methodical, angry techno. Like, it just shuts my brain off.
Holy fuck.
I know, dude.
This
I
is
don't want anything to do with that.
no, me either. This is the most amount of people I've ever seen here ever.
That's why
The-
I thought I'd
the-
warn you. I thought
The
that's probably
time
gonna be-
before this that there was also a lot of people
Yeah.
was half of this amount, easily just half. And it was for a big funeral.
Wow. This is not that.
No. I will check it out probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
With my partner, because then I can just wear my sound blockers and just do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be a tourist.
No, I always.
One of those things where like in a year from now there's gonna be a whole new office complex right here. So that'll be kind of cool. This is the construction site, obviously. We're approaching Wolf Road, like right here. I bet you this place is, oh, it's already out of business. Yeah, I mean, this whole place is ripe, you know, I think, for rent hikes and, you know, if they're smart, they'll build more commercial so that people can buy it. Oh boy, parking lots. Fuck the wetlands, you know, but I mean, like, everything else is already dead too, so it's like, you know, what fight is really getting fought, right? It's not, this isn't a save the wetlands fight, right? Maybe 30, 40 years ago it could have been. But now it's just kind of like a meme, you know? And it's sad, it's sad. It's like, this used to just be an empty field of dirt, okay. But around it used to be, well, what, more empty fields of dirt? Like, I don't think so, man. And there just doesn't need to be all this. And all of it's mostly useless crap, you know? Like, what the fuck do we really need a furniture store here for? Okay, furniture, fine. Do we really need a huge guitar center? Like, probably not. Restaurant, like, fine, but do we really need the rest of these, like, 10, 15, 30 places? Like, I guess they're pretty tightly jammed together. It brings a lot of concentrated, potent amount of money to one area, you know? And it's like, again, like, you know, I get it. Like, humans gotta have places to do some stuff, you know, build up the economy, all that. You know, just, it's just so fucking easy, you know? Put all this labor in, $1 billion here, $1 billion there. The peasants can't even hope to claw back from the servitude, you know, which they serve under. Because how the fuck are any individuals that work there gonna get money to build it? You know, it's like, even if they collectivized, they couldn't. That's kind of the whole point of lordship, like, you know, land lord ownership. We're probably trespassing at this point. Well, maybe not. Definitely looks public easement. But yeah, I mean, not super too interesting. But it's sad, it is, that the whole area has already been developed exactly like this. It's like, and you wonder what the fuck was here before. Probably just a bunch of nothing like this. Just a bunch of fucking trees, bunch of rocks you could steal for your garden. That'd be very illegal, by the way. Massage therapy school, natural wellness, huh? I wonder how long if I filmed out here till the cops would come. It's not really the bear I'm trying to poke today, but maybe another time, you know. This is known as Bower Park, and you're not allowed to bring your bike on it, so don't do what I'm doing. And the reason for that is actually very much for your own safety and the safety of others, because when this is wet, and I mean even a teeny little bit wet, it becomes so impossible to ride. That's why you see me riding without my feet through the metal crimps, because if I do fall, I want to be able to catch myself. It's also because just look at this. Like, this just looks difficult, you know. And you know, it's liability and stuff. You don't want people falling off, cracking their heads open. And I know from a couple experiences here, multiple times, more than once, I have fallen very hard while biking here, and the bike has like done three-dimensional ice, like if you're on like an ice rink, like that's basically the equivalent of how slippery it is. Like, good luck trying to ride your bike on an ice rink. Normally I would go this way, but today we're on a time crunch, so we're not going to go that way. I'm also on a time crunch, so I'm not going to pick that up. But I so badly do want to go that way. Oh, maybe I should. Should we do it? Because you know what? Yeah, we could go back the short way anyways. I guess I'll be back when I'm at L.E. I'm like, yeah, let's just do it. You know, auditing religious centers is like a whole other thing. Because then it's like, should people be allowed to worship in peace without people like me surveying them? Right? Potentially like building like target lists, putting them in databases, scanning license plates, you know, seeing what's up. This is just an old folks home. No one gives a shit what's going on there. But this one right here, you know, it's like, say you're like, you know, they don't know who you are. You know, they have a bunch of hidden cameras around here that I've found, you know, and quite a few visible ones as well. And yeah, I mean, and good thing too, because, you know, you never know who's lurking about, you know. Same thing, like if I just take a picture like this while they have like a sporting event, like, is that going to get the police called on me? Like, am I going to be like summarily executed in the streets for filming a Christian's boys' school? Like, probably not, but, you know, it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on that, like, you know, people jump to the worst type of paranoia, like when they see someone filming. Like, maybe it's because some psychotic guy waiting for his fucking wife to walk out. You don't know. And it doesn't mean that you have a lawful interest either, right? You can be curious, but making it about you and making it personal just because it's involving you doesn't make it about you. And to make it about yourself is, well, I mean, I get it to some extent. Like, if someone's recording me, I can't be like, well, they're recording all of us, and that won't make me feel better. I'll be like, well, yeah, but they're still recording me. These things are kind of cool. Don't fucking wave at me, cute ass girl. But yeah, so it's like, is it okay if the police only ask you like non-invasive questions? Like, if they're like soft and very polite about it, like, hello citizen, we're just here asking some questions. We just want to know like what you're doing. Like, we love you though. Like, I'm not falling for that shit, because, you know, that's the next step. Is they're trying to prove that you are a terrorist, prove that you are some sort of like sent by a lawyer to do the bidding of an evil monarch. You know, like why are you, excuse me, from the public easement, why are you filming my disabled kid on the parking, or whatever the fuck it's called, playground? Like, well, that's a very good, valid question. I'm auditing them. Like, that's like a shitty answer, right? Like, that's like, you know, the auditors never do give those types of answers because they know they'd be called out. Like, I heard one, he said, oh, it's an emissions scandal that we're working on. It's like, no, it's not. It's not an emissions scandal that you're working on. You're full of shit. You're just trying to get people to provoke, you know, to get content. And like, that's a whole genre, which, like, I get it. And even if it doesn't produce necessarily the content desired, it still bootstraps the process of sharing, you know? It's like, oh, well, this time the water ran down the river channel. It wasn't as much as last time. But who cares, though? It's still water, right? And people still see it as that. And if anything, it gives context to the truly egregious, because if every single time, and I mean every single time, you got arrested and punched in the face, then it'd be a very different genre, right? But it isn't that. It's that most of the time it's mundane and these episodes are boring. And you just watch for 15 minutes as these people just kind of tolerate annoying people. And it's like, that's how the world should be. Now, I think it is annoying. And I do think people have the right to peace and privacy. And I think if the paparazzi and the angry rabble-roused people did that at every single opportunity to turn themselves into kind of a First Amendment protest, right? Like if it was like 400 people right out here, all causing an unlawful disturbance, they call it, or some bullshit, right? Just filming this auto parts store. Because they're like, oh, we're super mad at this very specific store. Oh. Like, is that unlawful? Is the fact that they're all there, oh, we're all here individually. Like, we just like heard about the story. Like, no shot. And the police are looking about. They're right there right now. This guy's being very careful. Which, like, makes sense, you know? Definitely makes sense. He's going slow for... Yeah, you can look all day, you can pull over, but... got no time. Auditing the police. Filming the police always. Like, stop, pull over, like, walk around, see what he's doing, you know? You can't be bothered. He's probably just filling out a sup report. But boy, does your adrenaline get running, right? Like, if you have had run-ins with the cops before, like, that was like, that's the closest I've had a cop all day. You know, speak of the devil. He shall appear. That's the devil back there. Well, at least in this case. They definitely can't follow me this way. They're not here for me, but... I'm not going to get long to film because I'm at a red light, but, you know, just take a look at this. We're in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and